Hey, so this is a quick video to kind of give you a run through of the different automation types with Lawmatics. So here you can see I have three different options to choose from when I'm creating a new automation. We have the trigger, which they kind of dub that as the normal automations, appointment-based automations, and date field-based automations. All right, so the first one being trigger. And so let me go ahead and just start a new one. And basically, this is just something to trigger a set of actions to occur based off of whatever conditions that you want set. So if you say, I want this automation to trigger once a particular task is completed, such as an intake review, and we just save it. And then once that is satisfied, then I want perhaps an email to go out. Very simple. All right. And what's great about these is that you can actually have it to where it meets multiple conditions. So let's say, like, a really common one is we want it to be based off of an invoice being paid. And at the same time, we also want a document, our fee agreement signed. So so before we actually continue on with the matter. So once we have our fee agreement signed and our invoice paid, then perhaps maybe we want it to move to a different pipeline or a different stage or something like that, or convert to matter to being hired, from being a PNC to being hired. So simple actions like that. Now, the other automation type that we're looking at is appointment based. So this is great for being able to use in terms of like initial consultations or signing events, whatever it is. So for this instance, let's say we have an appointment that's made as an initial consultation, and we create that. You'll notice that if you open this up, it's based off of if event initial consultation is created. And here it kind of looks like your typical automation that we just walked through, and which is that trigger automation. And you can add actions just like normal, so that when somebody books their initial consultation, we have certain actions occur in here. Maybe the client receives a confirmation email or something like that. Now, what's unique about this is that if we go over to this little orange button up here, and you click there, this is where you can add in some additional automations, the appointment-based automations. So I kind of like to call these sub-automations, right? So you'll be able to click over here, New Appointment Automation, and you'll be able to have trigger settings. So basically, you can say, well, I want this automation to trigger 2 days before the initial consultation starts. Okay? So that automation will not trigger until 2 days before the initial consultation. All right? And you'll even see it written over here. Then you can open it up, and then you can say what you want to happen 2 days before the initial consultation starts. Okay? So you don't have to do anything up here with the entry conditions. You can just leave that as is. It has this, again, triggers 2 days before an initial consultation starts. And let's say we want to have a task populate, add task, and this is one that I usually use when I'm building these out. Day of consultation, and we'll say it's due in 2 days. Okay, so now what we have is 2 days before the initial consultation, this task will populate with the due date 2 days after it's populated. So that means that it will be due on the day of the actual consultation. Okay, so it serves as, as a reminder that this consultation is coming up. Now let's go back and talk about the date field automation. All right, so this is where you can, whatever date custom fields that you create in Lawmatics, again, it has to be a date custom field. You can use that to trigger automations, just like we do on the appointment base. So they act very similarly, but it's based off of a set date in a custom field. So let's say we want to do it based off of the date of an incident for personal injury cases. And we create. And we'll say, and again, we have this button up here, date automations. So it takes us to our sub automation page. And we're able to now click this button, new date automation. So now I'm saying that, let's say, 5 days after personal injury date of incident, okay? Create. All right, so now, and then I'll create a task. Let's just say, reach out to insurance company or something like that. And we'll say that's due in 1 day, all right? So now, as soon as that field gets filled with a date, that's when the clock starts ticking, basically. So as soon as you reach 5 days out from the date of the incident, this task will be created, all right? So very simple to use and very heavily used in building out these automations. It's a great way to have tasks populate without constantly cluttering your task list, so that these tasks are only populating when you actually need them to populate. So hopefully this is helpful and clear, and thanks a lot.